Hey, what's going on YouTube? So, you'll have to excuse me, this is a new frontier for me, but I'm going to give it a try. What I'm doing today is I'm actually reviewing the Carbinox watch that you can buy online. You buy it right directly from their website. And the reason for it is when I was thinking about buying it, all the videos that I would find out there were actually like reviewing it were from like the Carbinox website. So I wanted to do like an impartial video just real quick to let prospective buyers know that it's actually a pretty sweet deal. I don't own any other smartwatches myself, though my wife has a Fitbit, and I would say that, especially based on price, this thing is actually really solid compared to the Fitbit. So usually what I wear is, I really like the Fossil watches. So if you can get a decent view on that. That's usually the type of watch that I've been wearing for years. I have a few different versions of it, and I actually get a lot of compliments on these. They usually retail for somewhere around like 170 bucks, I think. So like every few years I'll buy like another one just because, I don't know, I want cool new stuff. But anyway, I seen the Facebook ad come across for the Carbinox watch, and actually I'm gonna take it off so I can give you a good look at it. Came across a Facebook ad and it looks pretty cool, and I've been thinking about buying some kind of smartwatch even, shortly after my wife got the Fitbit. I was like, oh, that is kind of a cool thing in that, they do the sleep monitoring and whatever. And if you've seen one of the Carbinox advertisements, you see people like hitting them with hammers and they can go underwater, and they've got like a bunch of different sport modes. And all that is absolutely true. I'm not going to do that because I like my watch, and I believe them that you can run it over with a car and that it's durable. I just like my watch, so I'm still not going to chance it. I guess it's not that I don't trust them, but I'm just not going to do that. But it does come with your like standard, smartwatch setup that has like a bunch of different functions to it, and you can get it from their website for like, I think with the shipping it was like maybe 85 or something, I don't even know, but it's around the $80 range, keep that in mind. And it is pretty cool. So I'm looking at it from a perspective of not really comparing it to other smartwatches. I'm just comparing it to being a regular watch wearer like this. And the real thing about that is, I'm gonna put this on. I work a lot, and when I'm out working and walking, even though I have this type of watch fitted to my wrist, it still like chunks around, and it's just like chunky. And one of the first things I would do when I got home from work, I was just like take it off. It's comfortable enough. I mean, it's a regular watch, but it's not like super comfortable. But what's nice about the Carbinox is it's actually like super light. So it's almost like not wearing a watch compared to wearing a regular metal watch. So out of the gate, comparing it to wearing a regular watch and just being a dude that I like to be as comfy as I can with things, this was much lighter than a regular metal watch, surprisingly. Almost to the point that it almost feels cheap. So like when I first unboxed it, I'm like, man, this thing feels so light and cheap. But like once I put it on and wore it for a couple days, I'm like, that is so much nicer, because it clings to your wrist and it just sits there comfortably. So it's a lot nicer than that chunky metal watch that I've been wearing for years. So like I said, I'm not really going to compare it to the Fitbit. Well, I guess I will in a way. Like the Fitbit software is like super nice. There's a reason that this watch is $80 and the Fitbit was like probably almost $400, I think, when I bought it for the wife. The software on it's really nice. The app is super nice. It's really well developed. It's kind of like an Apple product, like it all works in concert. Your iPad works really well in concert with your iPhone, right? You can do the AirDrops and everything. And so that setup is super nice if you're just really into having a fitness smartwatch. Where this one, it will do most of that functionality, even the sleep monitoring, which I find very nifty. And I'm not the best sleeper, so I find it very interesting. Like literally the days that I wake up feeling way more tired, I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't get the REM sleep or whatever. And the DaFit app that you download on your phone and kind of pair with that actually gives you a lot of data if you dig into the app compared to what you can see on the watch. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with it for the amount of money I spent. Also too, it just looks tough. You know, it looks masculine. I like that. So I didn't really, like when it comes to like the Apple Watches and the Fitbits, they're just like a square and they do look really breakable. Where this one is just like, hey, you know, if I do knock it into the desk or something, like when I'm chugging along at work and I ran it into something, it's not gonna scratch because it is supposed to be run over by cars and stuff like that. And again, it does have a lot of sport modes, you know, like workout modes and functionality, the heart rate stuff. It's got all that. So overall, I'm not sponsored by Carbinox. You know, now I do hope, I wouldn't mind if they sent me a couple more because they are pretty cool and stuff like that. Who doesn't want free stuff? But I'm saying I'm giving a good, independent, honest review. I've had it a little over a week and I really like it compared to, like I said, not really comparing it to other smart watches out there, but comparing it to the old chunker that I had like this, I like it a lot. So let me know what you think. Maybe you already have one, but if you're on the edge of buying one like I was, like trying to decide for a couple days, compared to wearing a regular watch, totally worth it. Get it. I really like it. Thanks guys, see ya.